Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some. That kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
He's coming, check in. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest. But many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
Play fake, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but now... A whole lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The starting defense for the Falcons.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long for Rivers. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now back to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Coleman now. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, but the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. With 7 yards to go on third down. On third down, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second and 3. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's to McCaffrey, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Back to throw. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert.
3rd and 1. Here's Rivers. Got his target, Samuel. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers completes it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Redskins on 3rd thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Your trip is here.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
2nd and 5. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Rivers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. This is Coleman. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, here's Coleman. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Watch the slide. Watch the ship. Check 52.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking for Harry. This is caught inside the 15. They'll get 34 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rivers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coleman. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. Tevin Coleman, 37 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass.
He's got a man complete. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Check three, check three. Smoke. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. They'll look to throw. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Come on, QB, come on. Ready.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, let's go. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Quit talking about it and wing it. Mike 56.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, we got tight end. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key to tight end.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Rivers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. They're calling luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. He's going to... And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Kill on, go on. Kill. Lock it. Hey, alert 3. Lock it. Check 24. Ready, go.
Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Double up. He's coming, double. Tight dog. Chopper. Exit.
2nd and 9 now. Caught by Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Back to throw.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Check. Squeeze, get in there.
The busy night continues for Johnson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Check 50.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Rivers gets set to lead this offense. Down by 10, a minute 44 to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. They had the extra week of rest. That was a factor. I think this home crowd was certainly a factor as well. So this is step 1 done. Now they need to win next week if they want to get to the Super Bowl.
I like those 2 factors that you brought up. The extra week, getting the open week by being the number 2 seed, a terrific home crowd for them, coupled with really good play. That allows them now to keep their Super Bowl dream alive. One more on their way to the Super Bowl.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.